Welcome to a new episode of the podcast. Fox Agent is made by AI for business executives that work with AI. Okay, let's unpack a truly bold idea that's been gaining serious momentum in tech circles. The hypothesis that AI agents are on a path to completely replace all websites.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It really is.
Yeah.
Now, for many of us, the website is still the bedrock of how we interact online, right?
Right.
So this might sound pretty startling.
Could be a bit jarring.
But if it comes true, it has seismic implications for how we engage with information, products, services, everything. Our mission today in this deep dive is to give you a shortcut to being truly well-informed on this potentially game-changing topic. The central question we're grappling with is, what does this all mean for you and your business? Is it, a threat or maybe an unprecedented opportunity?
What's truly fascinating here is how this AI agent ecosystem hypothesis completely reimagines our digital world. Quite radical. Picture this. Your personal AI assistant, maybe from Google or OpenAI, isn't just chatting with you. It's directly communicating with a business's back-end AI agent, essentially bypassing traditional websites and mobile apps entirely.
Bypassing them completely. Wow.
Yeah. Industry observer Jeremiah Ouyang even put a timeline on it, predicting at a WP Engine conference back in April 2025 that we'd see agents talking to agents on our behalf soon.
Agents talking to agents.
Exactly. The core assumption that we as consumers, well, we just ask an AI assistant what we want. And that assistant then handles all the complex interactions directly with companies' AI systems. Think of them as like specialized digital doorways or API endpoints to get things done.
Okay, so the AI does the heavy lifting in the background.
That's the idea. But, for this vision to truly materialize, we're talking about three pretty fundamental shifts. First, we, the consumers, have to fully trust and widely adopt these AI assistants. They need to become our primary interface for almost everything. That's a big ask.
Huge. Trust is key.
Absolutely. Second, companies need to build their own AI agents or interfaces that can seamlessly understand and respond to these user agents, moving beyond, traditional web protocols like HTTP.
So new infrastructure on the company side.
Right. And third, the user experience delivered by these AI agents, accuracy, personalization, convenience, it just has to blow the old point-and-click web experience out of the water. It needs to be that much better. The momentum for this isn't just theoretical, though. It's tangible. The generative AI breakthroughs of 2023-2024 certainly lit the fuse. And Google's introduction of an agent-to-agent, or A2A, communication protocol in 2024, well, that's a clear signal of the technical groundwork being laid.
Right, the plumbing is starting to appear.
Exactly. All of this raises an important question. Is this just the latest tech hype, or are we witnessing, maybe, the quiet re-architecture of the internet itself?
That's a powerful framing.
Yeah.
So if that's the compelling vision, what's actually driving it? What are the main forces making this hypothesis seem not just plausible, but perhaps even inevitable to some?
Well, the arguments for this radical shift are incredibly persuasive. A massive driver is sheer convenience and efficiency. Imagine navigating complex tasks like booking a whole trip or ordering something intricate just by using natural language. No more sifting through countless web pages.
That alone sounds appealing.
Right. And AI agents are available 24/7, offering instant answers. This fundamentally challenges your current customer service ROI. One study showed a 30% increase in customer satisfaction with AI self-service tools.
30%. Wow.
And an IBM report found that modern chatbots can resolve up to 80% of routine inquiries, slashing support costs by about 30%. We're talking about resolving customer issues for pennies on the dollar compared to human agents.
Okay, so the cost saving is undeniable.
It's huge. This isn't just incremental savings. It's potentially a complete rethinking of your customer service cost structure. Beyond pure efficiency, though, there's the incredible promise of hyper-personalization. AI agents can remember your unique preferences, your entire purchase history, even the context across multiple conversations. They act like a personal concierge who knows you really, really well, sometimes maybe better than you know yourself.
A bit creepy, but powerful.
Potentially. But delivering truly tailored experiences at scale is a game changer, something traditional static websites, well, they just can't achieve that.
Right, websites are generally one size fits all.
Exactly. And let's not underestimate the sheer technological momentum and industry investment. We're seeing big tech, Google with its A2A protocol, OpenAI focusing on agents using tools, pouring resources into these multi-agent ecosystems.
They're placing big bets.
Huge bets. This isn't just building better tech, it's about a fundamental re-architecture of how digital services will connect. We're moving from humans making API calls to potentially fully AI-driven workflows. like your personal AI scheduling an appointment by directly talking to a clinic's booking system.
Okay, automating the connections.
Precisely. McKinsey's analysis indicates that virtually all companies are now exploring generative AI. And one survey suggested 99% of enterprise developers were already evaluating or developing AI agents as of 2025. That's basically everyone.
It really does feel like the early days of the web or mobile apps, that kind of gold rush.
It has that energy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Finally, we have to look at consumer behavior trends. The widespread adoption of voice assistants and chatbots clearly shows a growing preference, or at least comfort, with conversational interfaces.
People are getting used to talking to their tech.
They are, and the COVID-19 pandemic also accelerated the embrace of self-service options. Consider banking. 69% of customers in 2022 were willing to use AI tools, up significantly from 60% just the year before.
That's a fast jump.
It is. Younger, tech-savvy consumers, especially, seem to prefer quick, chat-based answers over, waiting on hold or navigating complex menus. AI agents offer this potential for a unified, consistent, omnipresent experience across all channels, something disparate websites or apps often fail to deliver.
A single point of contact, almost.
Exactly. So all these points converge to suggest AI agents could dramatically improve responsiveness, personalization, and ease of use. They could really redefine the customer journey.
Those points certainly make a strong case for a future dominated by AI agents.
Yeah.
It's easy to see why some might view this shift as almost inevitable. But as with any major transformation, there's always another side of the coin, isn't there? What are the biggest challenges or counter-arguments? What makes traditional websites so resilient? And what about, deeply ingrained user preferences and that big issue of trust?
You're absolutely right to push on that because the idea of AI agents completely replacing websites faces some significant, very practical hurdles. The first, and perhaps largest, is user preferences and trust. Many consumers are still deeply reluctant, maybe even skeptical, about relying solely on AI for important interactions.
Understandably so, sometimes.
Yeah, right. They prefer direct control or, crucially, human assistance. A late 2024 survey of 4,000 consumers across the US and UK found a striking 75% still prefer speaking to a live human agent for customer service.
75%. That's high.
It is. And nearly half admitted they don't trust information from AI chatbots at face value. We've all seen or heard about AI hallucinations or errors, right? And in high-stakes situations, finance, health, these can severely undermine confidence.
It erodes trust quickly when it gets things wrong.
Exactly. It's tough to build loyalty when trust is fragile. Then there's the simple matter of experience and habit, especially when it comes to visual browsing. Websites just excel at certain purposes. Think about shopping for clothing, furniture, or exploring a travel destination.
Yeah, you want to see the options.
You do. Many consumers simply enjoy visually browsing items, comparing designs, interacting manually with content on a web page. A text or voice-based agent, well, it can't easily replicate that rich visual experience. Prakash Sanger, founder of Launch, he pointed out that the biggest screen people use is their phone, and they want to see and interact with things in a manual way.
All right.
He actually predicts more websites, not fewer.
Interesting counterpoint. So maybe they augment, not replace.
That's a very likely scenario. The agent guides you, maybe does the initial search, but then hands off to a web page for the visual confirmation or the checkout. We also face significant technological and infrastructural maturity issues. It's a big one. For seamless agent-to-agent communication to truly work everywhere, we need widespread standardization, massive cooperation across companies.
Which is historically difficult in tech.
Extremely difficult. Without it, there's a huge risk of fragmentation. Your AI assistant talks perfectly to Google services, great. But what about a smaller retailer's bespoke system? Or your local library?
Right, the walled gardens problem again.
Could be. Plus, integrating with complex legacy systems like CRM, ERP, payment gateways, it's incredibly complex and costly, especially for the thousands of smaller businesses. For them, a website is simpler, it's known, it's their direct line to customers. Building a sophisticated AI agent is a whole other ballgame.
A massive investment hurdle for SMBs.
Definitely. And, of course, privacy and security concerns loom large, very large. AI agents pulling data and acting on behalf of users. Well, it raises a lot of questions. People get nervous. A 2023 Pew Research study found 70% of Americans aware of AI have little to no trust in companies using AI responsibly with their personal data.
That's a huge trust gap.
It is. There's a fear of data misuse, security vulnerabilities, cyber attacks, and regulators like the EU with the AI Act are already scrutinizing AI deployments, demanding transparency, accountability, fairness. That adds complexity and could make companies hesitant to fully replace direct human or web interfaces where the lines of responsibility are clear.
So regulation could slow things down or shape how it develops.
Absolutely. Finally, let's not forget human interaction and nuance. It still matters profoundly. Many customer service experiences, particularly complex complaints or unique situations, require empathy, understanding, the ability to read between the lines, qualities that current AI, well, it struggles
The
with.
human touch is still needed for tricky stuff.
Often, yeah. Customers frequently want a human representative, or at the very least, the option to easily escalate. We've all been stuck in those frustrating automated phone menus, right? Over-reliance on poorly performing AI can be incredibly counterproductive. It drives customers away.
Definitely experience that frustration.
So while AI agents will undoubtedly grow and become more important, the extreme hypothesis of them replacing all websites runs up against these significant practical realities. It's just not that simple.
So if that's the compelling promise of AI agents and the equally compelling counterarguments for websites, how do we translate all this into actionable strategy? What does this seismic shift mean for enterprises right now? How should companies be thinking about this, especially regarding their strategic and operational blueprints?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If AI agents do become a primary mode of customer interaction, even if not the only one, enterprises need to fundamentally rethink their digital strategy and customer experience design. It's no longer just about optimizing your website or mobile app in isolation. It's about being present and effective within the AI ecosystem.
Am present. How so?
It means ensuring your information, your services, your products are accessible and legible to AI agents. You'll need to optimize for what some are calling AI SEO.
Ah, right, you mentioned that. Not keywords for humans.
Exactly. It's about structuring your data and services so your company is the preferred, trusted source in AI agent queries. For example, when a user asks, "What's my order status at company X?" You want the agent coming to your system reliably.
So you need to be the authority for your own information.
Precisely. Partnering with major AI platforms like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI will likely become paramount for integration. And ultimately, brand differentiation, well, it might increasingly come from how intelligent and helpful your company's AI agent is. Its accuracy, personalization, conversational ease, not just your website's look and feel.
The agent becomes part of the brand experience.
A critical part.
Yeah.
Now, from a technology adoption and integration perspective, this requires significant investment, way beyond simple chatbots. Companies will need to train domain-specific large language models, the AI brains, with their own proprietary data, so their AI agents truly understand their unique products, policies, customer history.
That sounds expensive and complex.
It is, and seamless real-time integration with existing systems. CRM, ERP is vital. That demands new APIs, new middleware. It's a big technical lift. Scalability is also a huge consideration. Imagine handling thousands, maybe millions of simultaneous AI queries on a Black Friday or during a product launch.
Your infrastructure needs a major upgrade.
Absolutely. And security and compliance are just non-negotiable. Robust authentication, encryption, strict access controls are vital. Adherence to privacy laws like GDPR, CCPA. Regulators might even mandate things like transparency and detailed logging for all AI interactions. It's a complex web.
Definitely adds layers of complexity. What about different industries? Will some feel this faster?
Oh, certainly. Looking at industry dynamics, digital-centric sectors like e-commerce, retail, banking, travel, they'll feel this impact first and most profoundly. For example, an AI shopping assistant could totally revolutionize product searches and comparisons. We saw a regional bank implement a virtual assistant that handled about 70% of inbound queries, leading to a 50% reduction in call center volume. Real, measurable impact.
50% reduction, that's significant.
It really is. Now, less digital-reliant industries, say manufacturing or heavy industry, might see a slower shift in customer-facing roles. But AI agents could still play crucial B2B or internal roles, assisting with things like supply chain communication or internal knowledge management. The competitive landscape will also intensify dramatically. We could see AI-first startups disrupting incumbents who don't adapt quickly enough. They might not even have traditional websites in the same way.
A completely new breed of competitor.
Potentially, and the risk of falling behind is real. A recent McKinsey survey found 92% of companies plan to increase AI investments. That tells you where the smart money is going. It's becoming table stakes.
Everyone's trying to figure it out.
They have to. Finally, the impact on your workforce and operating model will be profound. No getting around that. We'll undoubtedly see further automation of routine customer service roles. But maybe more importantly, a significant shift in existing roles and demand for new ones.
Like what kind of new roles?
We'll need more AI trainers, conversation designers, people who craft how the AI interacts, prompt engineers, system maintainers, AI ethicists. The World Economic Forum estimated, I think back for 2025, that 50% of all employees would need reskilling due to automation and AI. That's a huge number.
Half the workforce needing new skills.
It's a massive challenge. But the flip side is AI can free up humans for higher value work, focusing on VIP customers, complex problem solving, relationship building, things humans excel at. AI-human collaboration will likely become the norm. AI triages the simple stuff, maybe suggests answers, and escalates complex issues to humans.
So humans work with the AI.
Ideally, yes. But this requires new governance structures like AI oversight teams, regular audits for bias and performance. Companies will need to invest heavily in hiring specialized AI expertise engineers, data scientists, UX designers for conversational interfaces, and proactive workforce planning. It's absolutely essential. You need to communicate openly, plan transitions, invest in training to avoid a morale crisis, and frame AI as a tool that empowers employees rather than just replaces them.
That communication piece sounds critical.
Crucial.
Okay. So putting all of these complex pieces together, the potential, the hurdles, the business impact, what's the most likely outcome? And critically, what should you, our listener, be doing about it right now?
Yeah, let's try to land the plane here. If we connect this to the bigger picture, our point of view is that the hypothesis of AI agents literally replacing all websites in the near term, well, it's probably unlikely. Too many hurdles. However, it is overwhelmingly likely that AI-mediated interactions will grow dramatically. They'll become the dominant channel for many, many services.
Dominant, but not exclusive.
Exactly. We envision a hybrid model as the most probable outcome. Websites will certainly continue to exist, absolutely, but their role will evolve. They'll likely complement AI agents.
How so? Complement them.
Maybe they become rich content hubs that agents draw information from. Or they provide the visual support, the deep dive product pages, the secure checkout experiences that agents can link to or embed. The exact trajectory, though, will depend heavily on your specific industry, the complexity of the tasks people are trying to do, and even your target user demographics. Some groups will adopt faster than others.
Makes sense. It won't be one size fits all.
Definitely not. So to navigate this evolving landscape, we see 3 plausible scenarios unfolding over the next, say, 12 to 36 months. Each demands a distinct strategic response.
Okay, let's hear them.
Scenario 1, optimistic adoption. Let's say this happens fast, maybe in 1-2 years. In this vision, technology and trust barriers resolve surprisingly quickly. AI assistants become as ubiquitous as search engines are today. They handle bookings, ordering, shopping primarily via conversation. Websites kind of recede into the background, mainly supporting the AI.
The fast track scenario.
Right. Our strong recommendation for enterprises here is invest aggressively. Go all in on cutting-edge AI R&D, build proprietary AI agent capabilities, and quickly migrate customer workflows into AI-accessible forms. Be bold. Treat this as the foundational shift it could be.
Okay, scenario 2.
Scenario 2, realistic hybrid. This takes maybe 2-3 years to really take shape, and frankly, this is what we consider the most likely path. Adoption is more gradual. AI agents exist alongside and complement existing websites and apps. Consumers get adoption. Usage grows incrementally as trust is built slowly, experience by experience.
The coexistence model.
Exactly. Here, our recommendation is a phased, iterative integration of AI agents. Start in specific, lower-risk areas, maybe routine customer support queries. Rigorously gather data and feedback. Use an agile strategy, and crucially, continue to support your traditional channels well. Ensure a strong, seamless fallback to human support or your website. Don't leave anyone behind.
Makes sense. And the third.
Scenario 3, skeptical outlook. Let's say this plays out slower, or adoption is more limited. Significant challenges dominate. Maybe the tech stalls, maybe there's public backlash over privacy, maybe stringent new regulations come in. In this world, AI agents find their place in narrow niches, but websites remain central. Companies might use agents internally or for very controlled FAQs, but not as the primary customer interface.
So the hype cools off.
It could. Our recommendation for enterprises in this scenario is prioritize trust, compliance, and optionality above all else. Clearly identify when AI is being used. Provide easy opt-outs for users. Implement robust guardrails. And continue to significantly improve your existing website and mobile experiences. Layer AI features in carefully only where they add clear, trusted value rather than trying to replace the core experience.
Hit your bets, basically.
In a way, yes. Ultimately, agile strategies and constantly monitoring those leading indicators, consumer adoption rates, tech breakthroughs, regulatory signals are absolutely essential. Your ability to pivot as the landscape clarifies will define your success.
So to bring it all together, our deep dive reveals that AI agents are indeed a transformative force. They offer instant personalization, unprecedented efficiency, things traditional websites just can't match easily. However, the idea of them replacing all websites outright seems unlikely, at least anytime soon. A hybrid future where AI agents become a dominant channel for many services, but websites evolve to complement them, feels far more realistic. For you, the listener, it's really about understanding how this shift can help you streamline operations and truly delight customers in new and powerful ways. But here's a final thought to mull over. As AI agents become an increasingly critical layer in our digital lives, how might the very definition of a brand or customer loyalty evolve? Especially when interactions are increasingly mediated by algorithms rather than direct clicks and, visual engagement. What responsibility companies have not just to build efficient AI agents, but trustworthy digital personas that truly represent their values.
That's a powerful thought to leave with, because that nuance is absolutely key. Businesses must certainly prepare for a significant shift toward conversational AI interfaces. You can't ignore it. But they also need to remain grounded in the enduring value of those traditional digital channels. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. The actionable takeaways we discussed really boil down to a few core themes. Invest in building your AI capabilities now. Don't wait. Emphasize consumer trust and privacy in absolutely everything you do with AI. That has to be paramount. Implement agile innovation strategies so you can adapt quickly as things change. Proactively reskill and realign your workforce for this new era of human AI collaboration. And finally, keep a very close eye on those industry and regulatory trends. They will shape the path forward. Thank you for joining the podcast and see you soon.